Hello and welcome to Wandering with Justin
and Jayne.
This week we are off on a water adventure. Join us to discover the charms of a small coastal town on the banks of the Myall River in New South Wales. You will see some stunning river scenery as we explore the place that they call tea gardens. The first Europeans present in the area arrived in the 1790s when a boat containing 5 escaped convicts sank nearby. The local Warramie indigenous people took them in and gave them assistance. By 1816, cedar cutters had moved into the area, and by the late 1820s, passing ships and whalers were using nearby Port Stephens as a source for wood and water. The Australian Agricultural Company were granted 500,000 acres, which included tea gardens, in 1826. The Australian Agricultural Company unsuccessfully attempted to grow tea in the district, and this is reputed to be the origin of the name tea gardens.
Our first impression of this beautiful spot is still a peaceful coastal town where the main opportunities are found in tourism and retirement, with a small amount of fishing still present. There is a lovely path that follows the river along where you can walk and enjoy the abundant bird life and spot the occasional fish.
But we weren't in the area to wander up and down the river aimlessly. We were here for an action-packed adventure. Well, for us anyway. Kayaking on the Myall River with lazy paddles was the main event, and we were keen to test ourselves on this mighty river. Okay, it was a gentle and safe learn to paddle tour for beginners, but I can tell you one thing, it was definitely lots of fun. If you're finding the video fun, we would really appreciate if you would hit the like button. Thank you very much for your support. Darren was our instructor and guide, and he made it very enjoyable. A great mix of learning how to paddle a kayak, as well as providing some great information on the local area and wildlife. We paddled in 2-person kayaks, and it was definitely a challenge to get our paddling in sync. But with flying paddles and a few random splashes here and there, we were off and kayaking. For our first time, I don't think we ran into the other paddlers an excessive amount. We only had a few collisions, and there were no capsizing or injured people. And while we didn't have a waterproof camera and didn't film anything while we were paddling on the river, we hope that this video gives you some impression of the day. The kayaking photos were from Darren and were included as part of the price of the tour.
The town boasts some lovely murals and artwork of a coastal theme and some of the birds in the area, and is well served by a number of cafes, pubs and a busy bakery. Before we left the area, we had lunch from Mummy's fish and chip shop, and it was really nice. I would recommend it to anybody.
Overall, we found this to be a peaceful alternative to many of the larger and busier coastal towns. Tea Gardens has a relaxed vibe reminiscent of many beachside towns in the 80s, and the absence of high-rise resorts and hipster cafes was a definite plus for us.
kayaking trip was by far the highlight, but if we had more time, there are a number of national parks and other similar areas to explore on another day.
It was definitely worth visiting. If you love water-based recreation and prefer to avoid the crowds, there's plenty of bird life to see and a very relaxed vibe overall. And thank you very much for watching today. We hope you've enjoyed the video. Please let us know in a comment below.
So it's bye for us.
And we'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.
Bye.